But speaking of the WGA, I want to go into a little bit more about that because the WGA, of course, are still striking, everybody. Still striking, of course. Shocker. We said that they were going to have a big rally on Monday. They did. And they're still working on trying to figure out what's going on with the, AMPTP. Still no deal. DGA is negotiating too. So now we have two unions going back and forth. Soon to be three with SAG. But of course, the WGA is on strike. And right now, they're affecting more things, and that's the Tonys and also the Peabody Awards. So the Peabody Awards are like, we're not going to do it. We're canceling our award ceremony. It's very unfortunate for them in a way because this will be their first in-person ceremony since 2019. And so they don't get to have in-person ceremony. They're canceling it all. It was supposed to be here in LA at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel, but they're saying, we just can't let this happen because we don't have picket lines. We don't want to have a deal. They try to get something with WGA. They would not allow them to have any kind of event. So that ended. Tonys. Now, the Tonys were turned down by the WGA as well. They asked for a waiver. They said, hey, can we have this event? They said, no, you cannot. We will not picket you, but you cannot have a deal. So now they're doing something different. On June 11th, they're still putting the show on. They're moving forward, but they're saying it's going to be unscripted. But they had a draft of the script already written. That already happened. Ariana DeBose is coming in there to be the host, and she's still going to be there. So, what's happening? If you had a draft. Now, Lin-Manuel Miranda was supposed to write some songs, but he said too, I'm not going to do it because, I'm picketing with everybody else. So that's going down. WGA is shutting stuff down still. And it's going to keep happening. Of course, the writer's strike started May 1st. It's the 16th. We're 16 days in, and it's affecting everybody. They're saying, Chris, $30 million a day, they're saying. That's how much this is costing the producers, which seems like a huge number to me. Right?
I'm hoping this all gets figured out soon. I understand that, every 10, 15 years there's a writer's strike, right? Because of, now they're talking about AI, which is just crazy how artificial intelligence can help, take people's jobs and help write scripts and get it all done within a second. Back in, 2007, the internet was just coming on and streaming services, and they had to figure that all out. And take it back a little bit further, there was VHS tapes, right? So there weren't any more movies. They had to talk about, they had a strike then, I think in the 80s about VHS tapes.
They did.
So hopefully this is all, resolved soon. I'm not really a Tony's fan. I don't really watch the Tony Awards, but I think it'll be cool to watch just an unscripted show, right?
Yeah.
Seeing how they do it
going live.
Going live. And I think it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
AI will not go on strike, Lexi. They will not.
That's very funny.
That's the thing, Chris. The 80s, we said this before, 80s, they had a huge one. It went over 100 days. This one has already been 16 days, and I guarantee it goes at least 3 months, especially because the DGA's contract's up end of June, and also the SAG's up end of June. So it's going to get hairy. It's bad for the award ceremony, but what do you do? Sabrina, what do you think about this? Do you think this is a good thing that the Tonys are moving forward, or do you think they should have shut down like the Peabodys?
I don't know. It's all relative, I guess. There's really no. I just wish they would just postpone this stuff until afterwards, because think of all the people who are winning these awards that are basically going to be in a room, in an auditorium, no one's going to see except for whoever's in the audience. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you feel like I finally won that Tony I've been working for my whole life, and then no one gets to see it. Your mom doesn't get to see it. Your family, your friends, your wife, whatever. I'm sure you bring your wife with you, but you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a bummer for the people who are being honored for both of these awards, because, it's not every day that they give these things out, and it's a select group of people, and you won something, and it would just be nice for it to be celebrated properly, So, it's a bummer for the show itself, especially the Tonys. That basically is a publicity tool that they use for people to get people to come to the theater and stuff. So there's a lot of things that are unfortunately suffering because of this. I guess, if they're trying to shut everything down, they're doing what they set out to do. But it's just a bummer for these two award shows, in my opinion.
Yeah, it sucks for the people that are winning, like you said. That's a big deal, and it also sucks because there's been so much planning already. But this is what happens with the strike. And they said before that everyone was supporting them. The Broadway people were supporting them when they almost had a strike. Everyone was backing them, so they're trying to back the writers as well. But the thing is, it's just not going to end like that. The producers are not moving forward, and you're going to see more and more stuff like this. This is happening June 11th, everybody. June 11th. If that tells you anything, everyone's expecting this to go on much longer because, like, we're canceling now. We're not even going to put up a fight. We're just letting this happen. So, unfortunately, if you're looking for your Peabodys, they're done. Now the Tonys could be fun, Chris. Like you're saying, it could be fun. Let's go live and let's see what happens. What kind of shenanigans go down? And
I agree with Sabrina. I mean, people work their whole lives, right, for this award show, and then all of a sudden, kind of like COVID, the last couple of years, things were canceled. Kids missed sports seasons, college, and all this stuff was just canceled, and it's a huge bummer. But it is something that needs to be resolved, right? Like you have Bob Iger, he's the CEO of Disney, right? He has for sure he's making $2 million a year with a $27 million incentive if his streaming services do well, if everything. So that's a huge $27 million compared to these writers that sometimes are working for free, right? They're freelancers, they're working for free. They only get paid if their script sells, if if there's something gets picked up. So something does need to be resolved, but it's also kind of a bummer for the people that are missing out right now.
Yeah, it really is. And like the comments too, like Rachel was saying in the comments too, the same thing. There's a boost in theater tickets, it just encourages people to come out. Brian's hair is taller. Yes, I think it might be tonight. It happens, everybody. I'll make it even taller as the show goes on.